secrets buried in the coldest ground. We're digging deep where the truth is found. Daphne's case files, we're breaking the chain. Justice rising, no more pain. Evil's end, the final call. Behind the lies, we'll expose it all. Whispers echo in the darkened halls. Faint confessions on the paper walls. Every victim deserves their say. We're here to chase the night away. Daphne's case files, we're breaking the chain. Justice rising, no more pain. Evil's end, the final call. Behind the lies, we'll expose it Unseen crimes, they thought they'd won, but the fight for truth has just begun. Every clue, every trace, bringing evil face to face.
Hello, everyone. How is everybody doing today? Good to see all of you. Today, I am doing a members live. I'm so excited. Look, I decorated my house. Just kidding. I actually did a green screen. Isn't it cool? We will be going over the Jack and Lilly case today. I want to share some stuff with y'all and go over an interview because like I listened to this one interview like 1,000 times, ironclad, right? And and yeah, so I want to go over it with you. I just spotted a lot of things. I gotta sing happy birthday to Miss Robin. So everybody tell Miss Robin happy birthday. And yeah, so I had a green shirt on, right? Like I had a green shirt on. I had been working today and I'm like, I gotta do my live. So I set up the green screen behind me. And when I went to come get set up for my live, all you guys could see was my freaking head. I was like, oh my God. I was like, they're going to die. I should have kept it because it was so freaking funny. Like it was just my head, guys. And I thought about keeping it. And I'm like, no, I'm going to be serious. Cause like, you know, these cases are serious, but it was hilarious. Like it would probably scare you guys. Maybe on Halloween, I'll do it. Yes, I'm going to sing to you. I'm going to try my best to sing to you. Yes, yes, yes. Hi, Jane. Thank you so much for your super sticker. You're amazing. I appreciate you being here and being a member of our family. You guys are so sweet to me, and I feel spoiled when you guys are in here. But I want to say thank you for being here. And if you guys are not with family or anything on Christmas Eve, or New Year's Eve, I will be doing a live so we can all hang out together and just go over all the different cases and stuff. So, but I appreciate your super sticker and I appreciate you for being here. Thank you so very much. Thank you very, 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 very much. And let's see, I'm going to welcome in everybody. So Miss Jennifer, hello, good to see you. Diesel Weasel, good to see you. Kelly, hello, dear, good to see you. Lily, hello. Miss Robin, the birthday girl, thank you for being here on your birthday. The real Norbeaster, thank you so much. He's going to get his clad ironed in prison. I love that. Jack 1967. Thank you so much for being here. You're great. Thank you. Susie Q baby. Hello. Thank you for being here. And Miss Jane, thank you so much for being here. Haley, hello. Good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Lori, Nova Scotia. Hello. Hello. Christine, hello. Thank you for being here. Happy Turtle. Good to see you. You snuck in. I didn't see you come in, but hello to you. Hope everybody's having a nice Sunday. Cynthia, hello. Angel Wings, hello. I know Miss Charmaine was in here. Hello. And Shenanigans. My sister from another mister is in here. Hello. Good to see you. I had to say that. I love that, right? Everybody, welcome into Daphne's Case Files. High Root Strength. Good to see you. All of you guys, thank you. Let's get in and relax and enjoy our coffee or hot chocolate or tea or whatever you are having. And let's go over the Jack and Lilly Sullivan case. Jack and Lilly have been missing now, right? Since May 2nd, 2025. Hello, Joyous. Good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Squid, hello. Thank you for making it. I appreciate you. April, hello. Thank you so much. But first, I am going to sing happy birthday to Miss Robin, and I am going to try my best not to mess it up. So if you guys want to sing along with me to Miss Robin, that would be wonderful. All right. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Miss Robin. Happy birthday to you. Yay. My dog, usually when she's in here with me, she will sing along. You can ask Shenanigans that because thank you, Jane. She was helping me sing happy birthday to Shenanigans a while back. It was so cute. She was going, ooh, like the howling. Hi, guys. Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here with me. So we will be going over the Jack and Lilly Sullivan case. And I want to bring up a picture of them. Hi, Tina. Good to see you. Good to see you. I want to bring up a picture of them first before we get started so we can look at their adorable little faces, right? And I know there has been court documents that have been presented. And I know that a lot of, the court documents just give us a little tidbit, right? There's not much to really go on, but it keeps us in a loop, right? And I just feel that we with the court documents, with the whole thing with the polygraphs and stuff like that, it says that they had been truthful. The only person that they said who had passed the polygraph was Cody, who is Belinda's son. So, oh my gosh, I'm having so much trouble to pull this up. Give me just a second. My computer is wanting to overload today. Come on, you can work with me. Let's go. So I know there's a lot more that we have not seen with these documents, right? And I know some creators, there they are. There's their beautiful little faces, right? Yeah, DM. Oh, yeah, the one with them with the Christmas one. And he's like, yeah, I know. Hi, Wolfie. Good to see you. Yeah, Shan, that was so cute, wasn't it? So this is Jack and Lilly. And we will be going over a lot of these, this interview with Daniel. And I know a lot of you have seen it, but I have never fully went over this interview. And I want to give my opinion on it without like prying eyes on us. I also want to say something too. I have a friend and she does YouTube. I'm not going to mention her name because I don't want to make her feel uncomfortable, right? Hi, PICTOU. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Are you in the vertical? Oh, I'm sorry. I see the little phone next to your name. It has a question mark next to your name. Oh, I guess because you're asking a question there. It's like a second question mark. So she told me today, because she's friends with another creator and she's been on other podcast channels, right? I'm not even going to mention whose shows she's been on. And I was going to have her on today, but she told me she's out with family actually. But she does want to do a video with me, do a live with me, but she wants to do a members with me because people have made her feel uncomfortable. And I'm not really going to go into a lot of it, but she's friends with another creator and she feels like people are trying to put a rift in between that or maybe start drama or something. And this has made her upset. And I just want to say something, that's wrong that some people are doing that to her. And I support her opinion. I support everybody's opinion because that's what we are here for, to go over these cases, give our opinions and our thoughts on it. And nobody's opinion is wrong. Everybody is allowed their own thoughts and opinions on what they think. It's free speech. And no one should be harassed because they think a certain way, right? Now, I feel bad for her and I love her to death. And she will be joining me here probably within the next couple weeks on a members live. And I know that you guys here are very respectful and will enjoy her on my channel. So just a little surprise until then. But did you bounce over here, Carrie? Yeah, I know. It's so hard to watch the vertical. Yeah, amen. Say it again. Absolutely. Because I know it's happened to you as well, Char. It's just BS, right? We have freedom of speech, all of us, right? As long as we're not like threatening or harassing, you know what I mean? But we have freedom of speech to give our opinions, even to correct something. If we think that someone said something, you know what I mean? We're allowed to do that. And nobody should be bullied or harassed over and over and over. That's ridiculous. And I'm sorry if it's happened to you guys. Yeah, same, Jen. I don't watch too many others either because I don't like the drama. And I like being kind to everyone. Even when I was on DT's show last week, I agree with him on the documents. Like, I agree that it says this, right? But there's way more to the story than just what they're saying on the documents. In my opinion, I'm going to show you something. So check this out. Do you know the police can actually say one thing to media and be doing something completely different? Information not released to the public. The police may have evidence or leads not to shared with the public or media that suggests foul play is a possibility, and like a runaway narrative, or what were they calling Jack and Lilly? Hi, Wolfie. Yeah, he threw his back out. I'm sorry, honey. I'm sorry. Yeah, I told him to go get some of that Voltron cream that Shan recommended and some Epsom salt. Pour the whole damn bag in the bathtub. That's horrible. You get past a certain age and you just pull every stinking muscle. I'm telling you, it's just crazy. What did they call Jack and Lily's case? Like a one. What the heck was it called? The Police Bring Me Home. They said it was like a friendly Voltron. Yes, perfect, Robin. Friendly, not a friendly. Oh my gosh, guys, what the heck was it? They called it something like where they walked off, right? Wandering. They said they wandered away. They walked off, right? I do not believe this. I do not believe that they walked off. Yeah, Biofreeze is good too. The roll-on one is amazing. I don't like using the cream, but I like the roll-ons. So Misadventure. Thank you, Charmaine. I could not, it was, you know what I mean, on the top of my tongue. I could not get it out. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So they were calling Jack and Lily's case like a misadventure, right? They walked off. Of course, they weren't being watched, and they wandered away. But we know how much that the RCMP have scoured, right? With the helicopters, using the radar, with the drones, on foot, with dogs, and then nothing, you guys. Hi, Blue Jay. Good to see you. Good to see you. And the police can tell us one thing. Yes, we have those documents. Those documents can just be, I don't know, guys. Those documents can just, this is my opinion, it could just be to satisfy, to give the media something, right? Because they don't have to give the media anything, but I'm sure that the media was like, hey, can you give us something? At least a little bit? There's a lot that still is covered up that we can't see, you guys, right? Oh, salon paws. Yeah, those are good too. I like what is the other roll on it? It smells like lavender, and then they have a rosemary mint one. Asper cream. That one's really good too. So it says here, the police, the police can suggest, like they suggest foul play or anything like that as a possibility. And the runaway narrative is the public's line to manage the investigation or media. And then it goes on to say actual polygraph questions would be based on the actual potentially non-public facts of the case. So I wanted to highlight that because the police can be thinking one thing and be telling us another, so there's that. Now, I know some of you might have seen this. I want to show you something real quick. Give me a sec. Bring myself up. That's a lot of blinking lights there, guys. So Durwood is back in the picture, right? He's back in the picture. And the other night when I was on stage, right? I was on stage with Dr. V and DT. And Janie and Durwood were having a conversation because if you remember correctly, Janie was actually sitting right next to Durwood. That's what he said. He goes, my friend is wanting me to get off of here now. She was sitting next to him. I could just picture them sitting right next to each other, right? And he's texting what she's telling him. And then at one point, she was actually texting him. That's what he said, that she was messaging him, talking about Durwood, and he was relaying stuff to Sunny, right? Who's Driftwood? Oh, Driftwood. It took me a minute there, PICTOU. That's so funny. Oh my gosh. Yeah, right? So they kind of got into a little tit-tat, right, on the DT show the other night. He thinks Wong is right about the vehicles, but wrong about the owner might be. He's telling the truth of what he saw. Yeah, I agree. He's absolutely telling the truth on what he witnessed that night, right? And I disagree with Malaya giving the children to somebody. Guys, she could have just said, hey, Mom, can you come pick up Jack and Lily? I want to get the hell out of here because Daniel is scaring me, right? Think about it. This is me speculating. So she could have been like, hey, why don't you keep the kids tonight for the next 2 days so nothing happens to them while I'm trying to leave? But she didn't, right? We know that she didn't. Like they went to the store and all that on Thursday. Now I've heard rumors about her doctor's appointment and stuff like that. And, that might have sparked some kind of fight. I'm not sure. I'm just going to leave it at that. But in my opinion, I think there was a fight actually on Thursday, but I think it sparked around the time that she had the phone call with her mom around 3:37. That would have been a video call, right? So she did not hand the kids to somebody, guys. It just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make any sense at all. Now, she could have handed them, Jack and Lilly, to her mom, or had Grandma Patty watch them, even had her stepsister watch them, or her best friend, or somebody, right? So if she was trying to leave the situation, you would think that things would get a little rocky there, right? I don't know if she was trying to leave on Friday or what, but with Malaya waking up at 6:15 from her second alarm after she hit snooze, and checking Jack and Lilly out of school at 6:17 and 6:18, that tells me right there that she had planned for them not to attend school Friday morning. Either something happened Thursday, right? Which I believe it did, or she had planned to leave or something. Now, I am 100% positive she did not hand the children to just like some random people, right? Random family members. That's just crazy. That's just crazy, right? And if she did, and with Durwood giving all this information, the RCMP would already know. They would already freaking know, guys. Like, it's just crazy. So I think that phone call with her mom sparked something that day. I think something was going on. She was trying to leave Daniel. And for some reason, the kids, I don't know. Maybe Lily was told, hey, we're going to go stay at grandma's for a couple days, right? That's why she had her backpack ready. But something happened that night and the kids got in the middle of it, or Daniel thought to himself, hey, you know what? Malaya will never leave me if I hide the kids from her. Think about it. Because remember one of his first things, I can't believe Malaya left. I can't believe Malaya left. Tells me that he was shocked as hell to see her leave. Now, yes, you could be shocked because a mother should not leave the area where her children just went missing from, right? But there was other shit going on there, guys. A lot of other stuff. Anyways, Durwood said, he goes, yeah, Janie heard a woman shush the kids that morning. You remember that story? You remember that story that Janie shushed the kids? Well, Janie says, I didn't hear anything but the kids. Well, she was sitting next to him when he relayed that to Sonny. She was. He even said, my friend is sitting next to me right now while I'm relaying this to you, basically. I have it on the video we just played a couple days ago, both times. Hi, Texas woman. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here. So, yeah, that's some crazy stuff, right? And then we have text from Durwood. He says, now this name, I guess, has been cropped out for the sake of somebody's privacy, but it goes, is lying now. I know a lot more now than I did last week. I confronted Janie today and Daniel wouldn't even come out of the trailer. What a piss ass. How he's too much of a coward to face Durwood. That's crazy, right? Oh my God, Shan. Yes, Captain Morgan's and eggnog. Yum. Oh my gosh. I thought the friend was Logan's grandmother that he was living with. Yeah, he was dating Logan's grandmother. But he was talking to Janie. Yep. Remember when he was going over their house and talking? He was talking to Janie. They were working out the timeline together, remember? And then Janie came out in text messages, like on Facebook. This is before her like whole Facebook voice message thing, right? So he goes on to say, Daniel wouldn't even come out in the trailer because he's a coward anyways. I believe most of Daniel's family know what happened. Malaya knows exactly where the kids are, and which I don't think Malaya knows exactly where the kids are, just off the top of my head. Remember when Malaya texted Belinda and said, I didn't think they would run off like that or something like that? Yeah. Yeah. I remember that. Absolutely. I didn't think they'd run off on me like that. Yeah. Yeah. I think she knows, but doesn't know the exact spot. You know what I mean? Do you see what I'm saying? I think why would Darren Durwood, like, think about it. What is his part to play in this? What would be his part to play in this case? Yes, he's a third cousin of Malaya's, right? He's close with Malaya's mother's grandmother, which is Patty. But it seems like they didn't really interact too much, right? Reward, yeah. I heard that the reward couldn't be collected by family. Have you guys heard that? The reward cannot be collected by family or anybody that's involved. Oh, thank you, Texas woman. Thank you. Pseudo hero. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure. I heard the reward, though. I'm going to have to look into that more, but I don't think the reward can be collected. What if, cherry Coke sounds good. Daphne's case file to screw up the investigation to cover for some people, in my opinion, and speculation only. Remember, he was in the driveway when Jane, absolutely. He was in the driveway hanging out with Janie. Maybe he's come up. Jumped over. Yay. Still on coffee here, but I had a beer yesterday. Rare for me. Yeah, same here. I like dark beer, like Guinness or Yingling Black and Tan's really good. I don't think he's close to be family. Yeah, so he's a third cousin. I don't even know who my third cousins are, guys. I literally have no idea who my freaking third cousins are. I could walk next to them on the street and I have no idea. Yeah, Guinness drought, right? Like draft. Oh, thank you, Robin. Thank you. So I want us to think for just a second before we move on. What would be his part to play, right? Like, say he can't collect the reward. Say he can't. Let's see. Say he doesn't have really any involvement, but he can't collect the reward. So what would be his end game with this, right? Does he feel remorse because Patty had asked him to get Jack and Lilly out of that home? Do you think that's why? Hey, Justin, good to see you. Drive safe. You sound like me. I was driving earlier when I was listening in. Most people out here are cousins somewhere along the, whether it's a third, fourth, fifth. Yeah, right? No, I hear you. I hear you. Yeah. No, I hear you. So I'm trying to just figure out his end game here, because maybe it's remorse. Maybe he's just like upset because he didn't actually go get the children. He didn't help to get the children out when he was asked. And then I always wondered, why did Patty ask him? Why did she specifically ask Durwood and not anybody else, right? Well, from what we know, we don't know if she asked anybody else. No, he would have been displayed remorse. He's nothing but, yeah, he is very cocky. I agree. Kids' clothes still in bags and not changed. Changed clothes 3 days. Malaya having no clothes to take when she left. She told Daniel she's leaving or got. Yeah, I think so too. I think Daniel overheard a phone call with her and mom, the video call, because he specifically says, it took me a while to go find my tools. And then you always have Janie. She always makes it a point to say, I mind my business. That's their life in the trailer. It has nothing to do with me, right? You know that? All right, honey. I don't rap. I use Robin, same. I'm so bad at rapping, so I just put him. Not sure about that. He caused trouble and treated people who care about. Absolutely, he did, Jane. He absolutely did. He kind of made it a laughing stock, right? Like being an idiot. Hi, Eastern girls. Good to see you. Yeah, it really upsets me because like what would be your end game in this? What is your purpose in this, right? And maybe he does just want to find out, but I feel okay, so I did some digging, right? I've been doing digging. I know both of his sons, right? They play in bands and stuff. And I know, well, I've heard the one older son, I believe he's the older one, Jarrett, I heard doesn't speak to his dad anymore. And I could tell that these two boys were always close to their dad, which seems like it. Because I can read like their comments and replies and stuff like on their Facebook pages. Now I know the one son has hidden his Facebook. He has it under something else. Like you wouldn't even be able to find him unless by accident, like I did. But what I'm getting at is like if his sons are friends or were friends with Daniel, right? And he knew Daniel, but he didn't, put two and two together. He says when he was sitting around the round table with the guys at the little stop there, oh my gosh, I can't even think, Tim Hortons, right? So it just makes me wonder. And then Patty tells him to go get Malaya and the children out of there. And he said he did not want to intervene. And it makes me wonder. So I looked into Darren's background, and he has a background and he used to be a boxer and stuff. Did you guys know that? That Darren used to box? Hi, Joyce. Good to see you. Good to see you. Salty, good to see you. Good to see you. I'm glad it seems he's starting to question more. I know. Yeah. It makes me wonder why he didn't start questioning earlier on, like because like it's obvious what the hell's going on, right? Like it just doesn't make sense. Like when you actually think logical about this, why the hell would she just give her two children, to some random family you know what I mean? Like that, why? If she wanted to leave out of there, she could have just said, Mom, keep Jack and Lilly for the next 2 days while I'm trying to get out of here. Maybe Daniel wouldn't let her. Maybe Daniel wouldn't let Cindy. Daniel does not like Cindy at all. So that tells me that there's been some kind of conflict from before Jack and Lilly went missing, it sounds like. Yes. Jordan said, yeah. Fixer, the scraper. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Good people want to give the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he just needs time to come to terms with it. I don't know. Yeah, I was like, that's so funny. It's okay. He's just a nosy Rosie. No remorse. I love that. Nosy Rosie. That's cute though. So he goes on and he calls both of them too many liars, including Daniel. Right? Liar, pants on fire. He goes on to say, well, I just wanted to tell you that it was Janie herself that told me she heard who she was sure was Malaya shushing the children and escorting them out. She told me this part at least 6 times. And you know what I would like to know? Oh, yeah, there was definitely a fight Thursday night. Yeah, absolutely. It makes me wonder if Malaya had taken some type of like sleeping medication or something and went to bed that night after their fight or something. And then that's when something happened around midnight that night, you guys. Something happened around midnight. There's another ad on escorting them out. Yeah. Yeah, I see that too. Yeah, good catch. Or rugged her. Yeah, could have been. Could have been. But Daphne, if they went ahead and showed up with the U-Haul in force, I believe Malaya would have left, especially if her friends and family were in there. I think so too. And I'm wondering, I'm pretty sure a lot of shit went down in that bathroom. And I'm sure that it all went around midnight or right after midnight, obviously. With the car, there's too much stuff going on at midnight. You have him turning the light on. You have the vehicle going back and forth, right? And then talking about Daniel, he says, well, Jack was up just a little past midnight. What? Right? And now we've heard about the room story. It's just crazy, you guys. I honestly believe she was trying to leave out of there. And maybe one of the kids accidentally said something, right? When they were outside playing. Maybe they said, oh, we're getting ready to go move with grandma or something like that. Maybe they overheard something. Maybe when Malaya was having FaceTime with her mom, right? She says, yeah, mom, all my clothes are at Patty's. Just say, you know what I mean? I left my clothes there and stuff like that. We're all ready to go. Or something like that, right? Now, Cindy, nobody's come out and said they got a U-Haul for her recently. We don't know anything about that. But we do know for a fact 2 weeks prior, they had a U-Haul for her around Easter, right? I think it was around Easter. So something tells me she tried to leave again and a call was overheard or one of the kids let it slip, right? And all hell broke out. All hell broke loose. Yeah, in my opinion. Had to. No coincidence. At midnight is when she caught Daniel doing the math in the bathroom. Could have been, yeah. I want you guys to put a 1 or a 2 in the chat. Do you think, no, I'm just saying, just from when you looked at the bath mat and stuff, do you think that bath mat that was found and given to the RCMP was from the trailer where Jack and Lilly went missing from? Or do you think, which would be option 2, that it has nothing to do with Jack and Lily's disappearance? Because if everything went down in the freaking bathroom and that's their bath mat, think about it. It was January, February, they had the truck. I thought it was Easter, no? I thought they had Easter. I'll have to go back and listen to it. I know. Oh, Easter, he sat in the vehicle. Remember that? He sat in the vehicle. That's what it was. I saw something in a picture that's like a blue bath mat and it was gone. Not sure, but I'm trying to check other. Yeah, somebody sent me something. Who sent? Was that you, Salty, that sent me that? Was a picture and it? No, I seen that. Oh no, I know who it was. It was American Justice. No. Planted. 2, 1, 2, 2. So you guys don't think it has anything to do? Yeah, they stood at Patty's. I missed the numbers. It's okay. It's okay. It's just from knowing something else, maybe, but they could have, if it did have something on it and it did relate to that, then I'm sure there would be arrest right now. But so that's why I say 2 for that too. But I don't know. Why add Brad's trash to it? I don't know, because it was purposely done, I think. 2 items from Brad's house somehow floated 3 miles away, right? 3 miles away in the bus driver's yard. And somehow it picked up a mat, right? A bathroom mat. That's disgusting. And the blanket was like clean. guys. That's weird. I don't know. Maybe because they don't like Brad? I'm not sure. Man, I wish so badly to have 5 minutes with Martell, the absolute rage. Tell him to meet you outside. No idea. In my opinion, they did not spend Thursday night in the same bed like they stated. Lilly saying, "Hi, Daddy," and not Mommy leads me. Yeah, that's a good, yeah, absolutely. I wonder, maybe she slept on the couch or something, you think? Or, yeah, that's really odd because we were told that he was sleeping, yet she said, you know what I mean? She said she was the one who was awake. So why was she saying hi to him if Malaya was the one awake? It just makes no sense, guys. Yeah. Thanks, guys. I think that all was a distraction from Lilly and Jack, something else to talk about. Yeah. It could be, yeah. It was to throw the searchers off the scent. It could be. Maybe they were getting close to something. I know up in that area over there off Laird Road, when I uploaded some videos and stuff, man, I got a lot of freaking heat from like weird people on Facebook and stuff like, "Who's your anonymous friend?" and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, it's none of your stinking business. She's not trespassing. Do you remember the Maddie Soto case? Her mother thought she heard her at first. Oh, gosh, that case is horrible. What happened to that poor little baby? All right, you guys, let me go through this and let's go to. He goes on to say, "I made her tell me over and over to be sure Daniel was there when she said this. And Janie also told Belinda Gray this when I hooked them up for their phone call. So one of us is lying now. One of us is lying now. Why would he just make it up? I know I'm a pretty like, hi, Kiki, good to see you. I bet they dropped a lot of red herrings in the woods for the searchers to find. Yeah, they could absolutely just be throwing it off, right? Throwing off the scent. Like just messing with people because it's very strange that Miss Belinda found it. All right, you guys. It's very possible. I feel like neither one of them was asleep. They were doing math and couldn't sleep. Yeah, it could be. Absolutely. I feel like they were both doing something. I think there was a huge fight over her trying to leave or something. I know they said Lily sleeps with that backpack a lot, but I don't know. It's like that was just brought up recently too. Yeah, have fun, Shan. You're fine. Have fun. All right, so I'm going to go through this interview, and there's some stuff that I had caught. Justin caught the whole he was saying blah, blah, like, right? And he changes it to 2017 Nissan White Pathfinder. It's a wonder he didn't give the freaking VIN number to Malaya's vehicle, right? All right, so I'm just going to put this, even though it's a members live. I'm just going to put this up here. Listen to the way M says my partner, Daniel. Yeah, he was pissed. Yeah, he was pissed when she said her partner. Yeah, he sounds like he's saying blue. Yeah. Yeah. They were mathed up, fight, then something horrible happened. Captions showed knee. Caption showed what drove me crazy. Malaya said, "I hope they are warm." Yeah. Yeah, that was weird. And sorrow. I was listening to Justin today while I was working. He goes, "What do you guys think of when someone says sorrow?" And I thought in my head right away, death. And as soon as I said that, he came out and said that. Sorrow, pain and sorrow, it's death, someone dying. Yeah, absolutely. So I've actually fast forward a little bit of this. So it starts with the questions. Funeral, absolutely. I'm sorry. I feel pain and sorrow for your family. Yeah, absolutely. Hi, Paige. Good to see you. I love that name, Paige. Absolutely. Sorrow, death. Yeah, absolutely. All right. I'm going to start this interview and we're going to go over it.
You're right.
Oh, and FYI, guys, I tried to make a video of every time Daniel sticks his lizard tongue out. And I got a lot of clips from other interviews, but in this specific interview, it's like every second. Every second he's doing it. It's crazy.
Arrived back home, where he parked and what vehicle he was using. And I asked him if long questions.
Let's start it where it right.
Oh, the stepfather for Lilly and Jack. Welcome, Daniel.
All
How are
right.
you doing, my man?
You guys
How's it
can
going?
hear it.
I'm still staying strong there, Daniel. I mean, every day is a new day.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I know there's been some activity recently. There's been some dogs in the area. They've been doing some searches. I know that that has been on your property. They looked at your property. So I know that there's still movement in the case. Right now, are you confident in where the investigation is going?
It's a little bit different from my point of view versus, you know, the public eye. But right now, I'm fairly happy with what they're doing. I mean, they're pulling out all the stops. I mean, cadaver dogs took a long, or human remains dogs took a long time to come in, but I mean, everything's falling into place like it should. It's just the amount of time that's passed. It's just, for some people, it's not fast enough.
Yeah, no, I understand. You know, it's a sad situation. You know, Jack and Lilly went missing in May. You know, I couldn't imagine how, you know, you guys were feeling in the moment of having the kids missing and then somewhat like the entire world turning against you. How has that been for you guys? Has it kind of calmed down as things gotten worse here recently?
No, Daniel, it never calms down. Some of those Facebook groups, they're absolutely relentless every day.
Yeah, and I mean, it appears to me, at least, you know, when I look through the RCMP documents, I look at what the investigators have done and what they have said flat out, that sounds like they've cleared you guys. Have they told you guys that specifically, that they do not believe you guys are suspects?
I don't know if I should say this or not, but they came out and told me and Mom privately, like probably almost 3 months ago now, that we know that you guys had nothing to do with it. And we know that you guys have no involvement with it.
I'm going to stop it right there for a minute. No investigators are going to come out and be honest with you. Like, you know what I mean? They're not going to say, oh, we know you have nothing to do with it. What? They're not going to say that. They would come out, especially with the backlash with Daniel right now. The RCMP would strictly come out, contact the mainstream media and say, listen, write an article, or they would do it themselves. They would come out and say, we have officially cleared Daniel Martell. We have officially cleared Janie McKenzie, and we have officially cleared Malaya Brooks Murray from doing any harm or wrongdoing to Jack and Lilly Sullivan. They would come out and say that, guys, especially with the backlash right now. They have not been cleared, guys. They have not been cleared. Just from the little tiny bit that we could see on the polygraph does not clear them. There's all that black that's covering up. Has the RCMP came out and said that? No. Absolutely, they have not said that.
Yeah. Well,
Different times privately. So it wasn't just one investigator out of the blue that said it.
and has it always been that way, or was there a moment, maybe perhaps in the beginning, where you felt that that wasn't the case? Maybe perhaps their eyes were on you.
I'm not sure. I think for the first month they were pretty dead set that, you know, we need to investigate Daniel a lot.
Mhm.
I mean, with the amount of interrogations I did, and with the sheer amount of Well, I mean, I was pretty upfront with everything. I was cooperative with everything, so it kind of made it easier for them too, right? They didn't have to get any warrants. They didn't have to dig for anything. I mean, I handled my phone. I asked for the polygraphs. I asked for everything.
Yeah, I mean, usually when somebody cooperates as much as you guys have,
Yeah.
and law enforcement is looking into it, if they're looking at you guys as some form of suspect, and if you're looking at somebody hard enough, and you're pulling all the stops, and you're not finding something, that's usually because something happened there. So, let's back up. Let's go and start from the beginning. The kids missed school before their disappearance. A lot of people were looking at that in a suspicious manner. I know that they were seen on camera the day before they disappeared. So the fact that they were missing, as weird as it was, as far as the timing goes, doesn't necessarily mean something nefarious happened. But tell us, why weren't they in class?
All right. Now he's about to ask them about why weren't they in class, right? Because they've missed 41 damn days of school. That's over a month of school, guys. 41 freaking days, you guys. Yeah, an online course, Jane. But yet other people, like I just paid for my daughter to go to school for her like psychology, like thing. Well, she got her bachelor's out of it, right? Pay thousands of dollars for her to go to school for psychology and stuff like that. But yeah, Daniel's got his psychology degree and shit like that from an online class. That drives me insane. Guys, I have been following this case for so long. I want to show you something funny. I write notes. On my mail. That's how long I've been following this case. And look, when I have a thought, I write it down on any piece of paper. Look at all these notes that I have here. Notes falling out, everything on this case. Isn't that like a lot? But I even wrote down certain words like they use and everything. Yeah, it's nuts. So right now he's getting ready to talk to him about the schooling. 41 days. And Daniel goes on to say that they have low immune systems. Why do people have low immune systems? Well, sometimes it could be, usually it's because they're not getting healthy foods, having a routine like going to sleep and stuff like that, or going outside, not having the proper clothing. It's just nuts.
Well, I know Wednesday they had what they call a PE day, which is kind of like an in-service, and so no children attended the school that day. And then on Thursday, Lily had a cough, and I really didn't know if Malaya was going to keep them home for Friday, but kind of turns out that she did. And when I woke up that morning, like I wasn't expecting.
So he didn't know that Malaya was going to keep them home from school Friday. But the thing is, Malaya, she obviously knew. Think about this. She obviously knew she was keeping Jack and Lily home that day because 2 minutes passed by. 6:15, right? By 6:17, okay, you get your phone. Okay, your alarm goes off. It takes you a minute to get your bearings, right? You pick up your phone. You open your app. You log into your app. Which way? By face, by finger. Usually iPhone is by your face, right? Unless you have an older iPhone and it goes by your thumbprint. Or maybe she used a PIN. Maybe has to verify her phone number first before she can, she has a second thing. She did mention, Malaya mentioned that Daniel does not have access to the children's email. So he doesn't have access to that app that she uses to check them out of school. Keep that in mind, right? So she basically picks up her phone, goes to Lily, checks Lily out. That's 6:17, right? And it obviously takes a minute to check each child out because think about it. She checked Lily out 6:17 and then she checked Jack out at 6:18. So, yeah. Well, you remember that Daniel said that he got an email from the school. How did he get an email from the school if he doesn't have access to the app? Unless it forwards it to him too? I don't know. That's weird, right? That's weird. So she planned on not having them in school Friday by the 2-minute time thing on her phone, right? 2 minutes. That's not even enough time to go and check to see if they're sick. Not even if you're going across the hall. Not even if you run. Get out of bed, run, check fever, cough. Are you okay? Are you doing better? Do you feel better? That's not even enough time, you guys, to do that. Yeah, it's nuts.
Expecting the kids to be home. I seen Lily poke her head into the room a couple times that
Mhm.
morning.
Yeah.
And she
Couple
didn't have a
times.
cough. She wasn't
Did you hear
sick.
him?
Not like the day before.
He's seen Lily poke her head in a couple of times. Or look at his tongue starting to stick out right there. I paused it at the right time. I'm going to rewind it just a little bit. Think about it. Keep this in mind while you're listening to this. The RCMP guy, detective, asked Daniel that day while sitting in Janie's car if Daniel would have allowed Jack and Lily to go to school that day. And Daniel said, yeah, they seem fine to me, right? How would you know if you were asleep and she was just opening the door for a quick second?
As weird as it was, as far as the timing goes, doesn't
Listen.
necessarily mean something nefarious happened. But tell us, why weren't they in class?
Well, I know Wednesday they had what they call a PE day, which is kind of like an in-service.
Mm-hmm.
And so no children attended the school that day. And then on Thursday, Lily had a cough.
Lily had a cough.
And I really didn't know if Malaya was going to keep them home for Friday,
Lily
but
didn't know.
kind of turns out that she did.
Kind of turns out she
And when
did.
I woke up that morning,
When I woke up
like
that
I
morning,
wasn't expecting the kids to be home. I seen Lily poke her head into the room a couple times that morning.
when I woke up, I wasn't expecting the kids to be home, right? And I saw Lily poke her head.
And she didn't have a cough. She wasn't
And she
sick,
didn't have a cough.
not like the day before. So
How do you know if she's only popping her head in and out? How do you know if someone is sick if they're just popping their head in and out of the door? How? Like, was it constant cough? Like constant, like to the point where it makes you get sick from coughing so much, right? Yeah. Hi, Dad. Creepy, right? How would he know if she was or was not sick? He just said he was awake, right? He just said he was awake there, but then tells DT he was asleep here in a little bit.
no, I wouldn't really have kept them home because they were kept home a lot because they were sick a lot
Catch that,
during the
man.
school year. But
Allergies,
Yeah.
or is this like what's
no,
going
they just had low immune systems, Daniel.
Mhm.
on? Okay.
I mean, for like the first, I don't know, like 11 weeks of school, they were sick each week. Not they brought home COVID and stuff like that. Well, but you can't expect a kid to be perfectly healthy when they're hanging out with other children, right?
Yeah,
No, that makes
exactly.
sense. And so it sounds like she was pretty bad the day before she went missing on Thursday.
Yeah, she did.
Mm. Sorry, guys. Hold on. Stupid.
That morning on the morning of the disappearance and marked Jack and Lily both as absent. At 6.
Sorry about that. I was trying to reply back to Squid and somehow I hit the wrong button and I got rid of the video for a second. Squid says, wasn't in a deep sleep by any means. And that's the same thing that resembles that stupid sliding door. He goes, it's virtually silent when you open it. So the deep sleep thing and the virtually silent with the sliding door is like the same thing to me, in my opinion.
6:17 and 6:18 a.m.
Tongue.
And so the last time that they're seen is on camera the day before. What happened the night after they're seen on camera? What was that night like?
The night they were seen on camera, they were seen on Thursday. They were seen at Dollarama, and then we went to Acropole. We got some food and then brought it home. When we got home, it was a little bit before 4:00, and I went outside and I helped Mom work on the fence. Took me a little while to find all my tools and stuff, but that after I got my drill and everything else, and I helped mom work on the fence for quite a few hours until it was just coming on to dark. And then
Took me a while
after
to
it
get
was
my
dark,
tools.
I came back inside.
What was that night like?
Why? Listen. Why does he have to say the tools? Okay, I'm going to tell you something, right? Let's see. I'm going to go build my fence, right? Why do I need to tell you that I had to take a break to go get tools? Now, I could understand if he had to go get lunch. I had to go get lunch. So I was helping mom build the fence, and I had to go get myself some lunch because my blood sugar was low, or I was starving, or you know what I mean? Or like, you don't tell people you have to go get tools. Like when you're explaining your day, you don't say, unless you're driving somewhere to go get tools, like buy them at the store or something. If you're just going around your house looking for your tools, why the hell are you going to tell people? That's like telling people, yeah, I was helping work on the fence, and then I stopped for 5 minutes to use the bathroom. Do you see what I'm saying? It just doesn't make sense. Yeah, so the tools thing is important or something. I mean, it's not important, but since he's making it important, there's something to that. Does that make sense to you? Yeah, a lot of people feel worse at night. Absolutely, Jane, than they do in the morning. They feel worse, but they feel better throughout the day. Well, you can't find a stapler to put. Oh my gosh, that was crazy. That stapler thing. Maybe tools at Earl's. Yeah, but the thing is, like with Daniel, he would have said I had to go to Dad's to get my tools, right? Like he's just, I don't know. He would have said I had to go to my dad's to get the tools, or I had to go to Ron's to get tools. But the way he says it is just very strange. Tools, bathroom, midnight.
Night they were seen on camera. They were seen on Thursday. They were seen at Dollarama, and then we went to Acropole. We got some food and then brought it home. When we got home, it was a little bit before 4 o'clock.
3:17.
And I went outside and I helped mom work on the fence. Took me a little while to find all my tools and stuff, but then after I got my drill and everything else, and
Drill.
I helped mom work on the fence for quite a few hours until it was
8 o'clock.
just coming on to dark. And then after it was dark, I came back inside. What I remember, the kids were sleeping, but when you're looking back in time, Daniel, it's hard to, kind of remember everything and get a feeling for how the night really was, because it's just.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, that's sticky there, Artie, man. I know. See, I don't remember. I've listened to like all of Durwood's stuff, and I have a lot of it. I had a lot of it on my TikTok, and TikTok like shut my account down yesterday for some weird reason. I don't know if I did something wrong when I was trying to stream to it or something. I don't know, I have to figure it out. But that's a really sticky area there, because like I don't remember it exactly. I know that they are denying it. Jordan and stuff is denying that. But I know that there was a woman, right? There was a woman that did spot Jack and Lilly. Well, she said she did, right? Saw them out in the yard, that lives in the area. And that's what that whole argument was about with Jordan stuff coming out and everything. So he swears that Daniel wasn't there. But some people are saying, like on the Dolly's channel, that Durwood said that. I don't remember it either, but I mean, he might have said it. I just don't remember it. Which I remember quite a bit in this case, but that maybe I didn't hear it. I don't know. The one thing is though, if he did go get his tools from Jordan, and if he had Jack and Lilly with him, because remember, they would have been outside at this point. He said he was working on the fence for quite some time, right? So they got their food. They got home at 3:17. Was he working on his fence from like 4 o'clock to 8:30, right? Like 4.5 hours. So did he go to Jordan's and get his tools? I don't know. Maybe. Did he bring Jack and Lilly with him? Because they were supposedly outside at this point.
Seemed like a normal night, right? When I came inside, I thought the kids were sleeping,
Normal night.
and
Kids sleeping.
I could have swore they were sleeping.
He's a
but
tool.
it says in the documents that she had them up till 9 or 10 at night. I don't remember them being up that late.
Well, they
So
came
I'll
in
tell
with
you
you,
that.
Daniel. So how do you not remember?
Were you
that?
looking at your phone or your watch at what time it was every
Yeah.
5 minutes?
I mean, I got a watch on my arm the whole time, and I never look at it, man. I'm always grabbing for my phone.
You know, it's not uncommon unless you're like
Hey.
something specifically happens and you
I'm always grabbing for my phone, but yet leaves his phone there at the house when he went out to search for Jack and Lilly. I wouldn't have service anyways, is what he's going to say. But the thing is, dude, how do you know you're not going to have service where Jack and Lilly if you actually found them? What if they were found up on the hill, right? Because you can get service around that. I know on Larrig Road, there's phone service. So if Daniel was to have done something, which in my opinion, I think, oh yeah, the RCMP absolutely no. Yeah, they went to Acropole and got like poutine or something, right? You know, one of his friends has a pizza place, but it's not called Acropole. One of his friends owns a pizza place. So think about it. Maybe the reason why phones weren't taken that morning is because they went into an area that actually had a little bit of service. Think about that for a minute. Allegedly, right? And I know over on Larrig Road, there is a little like phone service. I should have added quotes to all those. They were into what's it called? Poutine. Am I saying it right? Poutine. We don't have that here. We have something called disco fries here. Well, that's in New Jersey, more or less.
at the time at that specific time. You know, I know a lot of people are looking at certain times where
He
you know,
did
I think they
learn,
were
yeah.
asleep by 9:30, and then documents say 10, and like, oh my God, there's 30 minutes here. That
Yeah.
it's a little bit of a wild expectation for people to expect.
You know what
to
DT
remember
should have said
things,
there?
especially on, like you mentioned, on the night.
DT should have said, well, on the documents, which is stated fast because he goes by the documents, he should have said to Daniel, well, Daniel, it says that Jack and Lilly came inside at dark. You just told me that you came inside at dark. So how did you not see Jack and Lilly if all three of you came inside the house at the same time, right? It just doesn't make sense.
That was pretty normal. But that night, what
It's crazy.
what time did you go to bed?
I went to bed actually a lot later than Malaya did, I think. Like Malaya was already asleep when I came into bed. I remember flicking on the light for the kids at 12 at night, or a little bit after 12, so a little bit after midnight, and both of the kids were fast asleep under the covers. So, but I never get a chance to see what clothing they were wearing because the blankets were up on them, right?
Did you see the backpack?
I don't remember the backpack, the strawberry backpack, but that was always in Lily's room, right?
Okay.
Like
And so-
that was always in Lily's room.
What was
Like,
he going
she
to
never
say?
took it out of there, right? That was her backpack for. It wasn't a.
Was he getting ready to say something else before the blanket? Disco fries. So it's like crispy French fries with gravy, and then you could put like other stuff on it too on the top. Like some will do cheese curds or stuff. Yeah. Like brown gravy though. It's not which I don't really care for. I like the white gravy. It's really good. There's something he was about to say something. Why mention clothes? Yeah, that's strange too. The clothing. That always pops up. Tools, clothing, sliding door, midnight. That shit always pops up. I'm going to slow this down for a minute if you guys don't mind. Because I swear he said something there. Ooh, voice boost. Hell yeah. Look at that. Hold on one second. Playback speed. Give me a second. Let me turn it down all the way. I know this is gonna sound stupid for me.
Hear that.
Yeah.
Oops.
It's a little bit of a wild expectation for people to expect to remember things, especially on, like you mentioned, on a night that was pretty normal. But that night, what time did you go to bed?
I went
Let's
to bed
see.
actually a lot later than Malaya did, I think. Like Malaya was already asleep when I came into bed. I remember flicking on the light for the kids at 12 at night, or a little bit after 12, so a little bit after midnight, and both of the kids were fast asleep under the covers. So,
Oh,
but I never get a chance to see what clothing they were wearing because the blankets were up on them, right?
Did you see the backpack?
I don't remember the backpack, the strawberry backpack, but that was always in.
he was gonna say something else. He was gonna see something else or say something else, but he stopped himself. You see how he paused there for a minute, like a memory pillow. Eggnog time. Well, can you give me some eggnog? That sounds so good. I love eggnog, you guys.
Lily's room, right?
Okay.
Like
And so-
that was always in Lily's room.
Mhm.
Like she never took it out of there, right? That was her backpack for. It wasn't a school backpack. I know a lot of people think that, but
Yeah.
she actually had a pink LOL doll, like for school, and that was her. And the backpack she ended up taking was the one that we bought for when she took to her grandmother's, right? Which would be Cindy Murray.
So when she goes on trips, this was the backpack for trips.
Yeah. She didn't take her school backpack. She took her one that
See, they're trying to
takes
play
on
that
trips.
narrative.
Interesting.
Trips or overnight trips or to go to visit. She would use that backpack.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And so what's the layout of the house look like? So where
Well, the layout
where-
of the house is we have the bedroom at the very end,
okay.
and then we have Lily and Jack's room and my other kid's bedroom, and the bathroom, and the kitchen and the living room.
Okay. Now,
So-
how many bedrooms is that?
3-bedroom.
3 bedrooms. And
Yeah.
and I know some people have asked, like, Lily and Jack, they shared a bedroom. Was there a reason why one wasn't in one room and one wasn't in the other?
See, this is a lie too.
Well, my other kids are in the other bedroom. I mean, it really didn't matter. Like, but I know my daughter Rain and Arlo, they like to be in the same bedroom and they like to play together, right?
Yeah.
So, and it was different. It was a lot different from my other two kids, not having like any other kids involved, like with me and then being a family before this, right? So it was kind of new to them. It was kind of new to Lily and Jack as well, especially with the new baby coming in too. So
Well, you've been living together.
Well-
They've been living together for 2 years. How can it be new to them? And remember, Lily liked playing with his daughter. So Lily's 6, his daughter is 9. She just turned 9, so she was 8 when Lily went missing. Lily's 6, 7, 8. So his daughter was 8 years old. This was before Lily went missing. Jack and Lily went missing. So wouldn't you put both girls in one room and both boys in another room? And I heard that they were in separate rooms too. I heard that they were actually in separate rooms because I'm like, why would they divide the room and not just put them in their own rooms? Yeah, they were only there 2 weekends a month. Yep, exactly. Every other weekend. Absolutely. Yep. Exactly. Exactly, Jane. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
it was a little bit different for everybody.
It's constantly
And
trying
so,
to come
yeah,
out. Yeah.
your other children, they weren't there that night, correct?
No, they weren't. They weren't. They were there the weekend prior.
So relative to where Jack and Lily's bedroom is to where you guys sleep, how close is that? Is that
Yeah, it's actually
must
the next
share a
bedroom.
walkway?
It's actually the next bedroom over.
And you guys mentioned that you guys could hear them throughout the morning. Is that correct?
Yes, I actually did hear. I know when it says in the documents that we heard them in the next room over, like in their bedroom. I didn't hear them in their bedroom.
Where
I
did you hear
heard
them?
when Lily would pop in, I heard Jack in the kitchen.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
heard him rustling around in the kitchen, right? And but then when me and Malaya made our way out to the kitchen, there was nothing moved. The chairs were still perfectly in place. There was no chairs pulled up against the counter for them to, they usually would jump up and take food if they wanted, because kids always do that, right? They would go into the fridge. They would go into the other pantry and grab food if they wanted. Like they had unlimited food if they wanted to grab it. And, they would go into the fridge, take yogurt cups and eat them or cereal or whatever.
Hmm.
So,
At
but
any
nothing was
point-
moved, Daniel. Nothing was moved.
And now they're being loud-ish. You mean loud enough for you guys to hear them?
Yeah.
Your other daughter, Meadow, she was there though, right?
Yeah, she was actually laying beside me with Malaya.
Did you guys ever?
Okay,
or did
there you go
Malaya
then.
ever tell the kids to be quiet? Were they?
She was laying there with Malaya. How the hell do you know she was laying there with Malaya if you were freaking asleep the whole time, dude? Right? DM, the chairs are never perfectly in place. Exactly, Jane. Nothing in their freaking house is never perfectly in place. We have when someone have to clutch. Oh, okay. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, not in chat. I can't. That sucks. I can't see him in chat because they all. Yeah, exactly. And can I ask you guys something? How many of you let your 4 and 6-year-old pour milk for their cereal? I want to ask you that. Yes, and yogurt cups are very hard. I have a freaking hard time opening them. How many of you let your 4 and 6-year-old pour milk from a gallon jug? I don't. Where can you get a copy of the floor plan? I don't know if there is one, honey. I can look for you. Oh my God, no. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You don't let your 4 or 6-year-old pour freaking milk because it would then be all over the damn place. Exactly. So Daniel, no bueno for you. Nope. If he had to rip the front door open, okay. Yeah, he said he went around the front door. Oh my gosh, it moves too fast. If he had to rip the front door open, the wrench kept it locked from the outside, meaning someone was locking them inside. Otherwise, he would have just taken the wrench out before opening the front door. Makes sense. Yeah, makes sense. No milk. Exactly, Blue Jay. Yep, exactly. I made breakfast for my sons even when they were in high school. Yeah, same here. Omelets, fridge toast. Yep, absolutely. Me too. I made breakfast every morning for my kiddos, right? Or we'd stop at Dunkin' and get something on the way to school. I never you know what I mean? When they turn teenagers, they're like, Mom, get to me by Dunkin'. Yeah. Don't forget in Canada, we have bags of milk. Oh, bags of milk? So not like the plastic gallons. Like we have like glass jars or plastic. I've never seen bags. Christina's like, what is a bag of milk? They had to lock the fridge. Yes, there is a lock on the fridge. My hubby works as a mobile home plant. Maybe he can get a floor plan from. Oh, thank you, Robin. That would be freaking awesome. Thank you so much, Robin. All right. That would be a wonderful. Thank you. Oh shit, guys. I'm an airhead. There we go. Is that it?
Yep.
Oh,
GE day, which is, kind of like an in service.
sorry, we're going back. Hold on.
And so
Right here.
there
There we go.
was nothing moved. The
Sorry about
chairs
that.
were still perfectly in place. There was no chairs pulled up against the counter for them to, they usually would jump up and take food if they wanted, because kids always do that, right? They would go into the fridge. They would go into the other pantry and grab food if they wanted. Like they had unlimited food if they wanted to grab it. And, they would go into the fridge, take yogurt cups and eat them or cereal or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, but nothing was moved, Daniel. Nothing was moved.
Now they're being loud-ish. You mean loud enough for you guys to hear them?
Guys,
Your other daughter, Meadow, she was there though, right?
listen.
Yeah, she was actually
In that freaking mess, how the hell would you know if chairs and shit were moved in the first place? The only way they could tell if something was moved if the chairs were actually pushed in to the table properly. Do you see what I'm saying? Like they should be. That house was all over the place, guys.
laying beside me with Malaya.
Sleep, right?
Did you guys ever, or did Malaya ever tell the kids to be quiet, or they were waking up Meadow at any point with their noise?
In that morning, no. But when Lily poked in, I did go, shh. Like when she would come in the room, because she always woke up Meadow. Same with you.
She always woke up Meadow. Well, Meadow had to have been awake at some point because I thought Malaya said she went and got her out of her crib. Remember that? Jane, thank you so much for your super sticker. You're so sweet. I appreciate you being here. You're amazing. Thank you. I appreciate all of you guys for being here chatting with me. I like to go over this stuff with you guys because I hear certain stuff in this and I don't necessarily watch it. Like I don't watch the video other than I have watched it because his damn tongue comes out every 2 seconds, but it comes out when certain topics are spoken about, right? Like the dogs or the polygraph or the blanket, stuff like that. Stuff that makes him nervous is when he sticks his tongue out. But I mainly listen because I'm usually working and I have my AirPods. And as soon as I know this is bad for my health, but as soon as I wake up, I stick the AirPod in my ear and I start listening. Yeah. And diapers for Meadow. Absolutely. If we had a guess, your trailer would be probably, I would say 70s to 80s, Robin. 70s to 80s. Thank you so much for looking into that. Daniel, you didn't ask her if she was okay. Check to see if she had a temperature. Yeah, you would think about this, Jane. Why didn't Daniel, when Lily poked her head in and out and he said, shh, that's all. They didn't say what Lily had said or anything, right? Nothing. He didn't say Lily said, other than hi, daddy, nothing else. So you're not going to say, oh, why aren't you at school, or get up? Why don't you get up and ask her what's wrong? See, this is one of my theories from the early beginning before we found out Daniel was on rugs and all this shit. I thought that maybe they did have a party and somebody had come back because they left something there the night before. Maybe their bag of rugs, maybe, who knows. And they took the kids. But then our CMP, they were firm, no abduction, right? There's no evidence of an abduction whatsoever. I mean, they said everything's on the table, but they've specifically said no evidence of an abduction. I mean, that's why they checked all the cameras too. But unfortunately, the cameras aren't watching the streets, so, which sucks, right? But yeah, why didn't he get up, or why didn't he look over at Malaya, who is allegedly awake, and say, hey, why isn't Lilly and Jack in school today? Right? because he thought that they were going to school. So why didn't he look over at Malay and be like, why are they home? Why aren't they going to school today? You're not going to question your partner to see why the kids are home. And then when I looked at text messages between Janie and Malaya, Malaya had phone called Janie at 6:00 a.m. on Tuesday, right? That was the last day that Jack and Lily actually attended school. So I wonder why she would message Janie at 6:00 in the morning, maybe to get the kids on the bus for her because she's too lazy to get up. I don't know. I found that really quite odd. Mm-hmm.
Jack, but I mean, that's what kids do too, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And so, some folks are saying that, they may have walked out the back sliding glass door. That seems like the only logical explanation for them to have exited the house. You had something on the front door, correct?
Yeah, on the front porch, where there's the front porch door, and then there's the inner door on the front. And I know for 100% they did not go up.
He says, I know you had something on the front door. And he goes to the front. He goes, yeah, there's a front porch door. And then, so he talks about two different doors here, isn't he? Is he talking about the one where the stairs are all off-sided? Not to take everything off topic, but oh, definitely, Jane. That's awesome. Salty, here, I'll post her link in the chat. Give me just a second, you guys, for her book. I got to go to Facebook. Actually, here. Shoot, I'm such a klutz. I keep hitting stuff. If you go, Jane, you're on our Facebook? Her book is actually in our Facebook group. I will pin it so it's easy to find. How about that? Yeah, of course. So I'll pin her post here in just a second. Give me 1 minute. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, I keep stopping it 1 second.
Go through that door. So, because when I went and got the keys and tried to come back into the house, couldn't get into the front door, right? I had to go around from the back. And then I went out through the front door.
Gotcha.
So that's how I know they did not exit through the front. They exited out through the back sliding glass door.
Now, I've read in the documents that Malaya said something to the effect that the kids didn't always close the door behind them when they went outside.
Listen to this.
It kind of made it seem like there was times that they did. Is that accurate, or was that something that when they went outside?
I mean, the percentage that they would actually close the door behind them, it's very minimal.
But they have
So
in the past, though, correct?
it's usually, I mean, Daniel, even I don't close the door all the way sometimes.
Oh, okay. And so it was all the way
Laugh at
shut.
that and stick-
Yeah, it was all the way shut. I mean, fully all the way shut.
That is weird.
So, and and some of the investigators, when they were here, they came all the way down to the bedroom, sat on the bed, and we had a dead quiet. And they tried to open up the door. Well, I think it was Mom who went out there and opened and just closed the door, and he couldn't hear it from inside the bedroom, sitting on the bed with the bedroom door shut.
Oh, please.
Yeah.
Please.
So
That's on the same side of the
door
wall.
it is heavy, but when the kids got their hands on it, they would have to put both hands on it and they could slide it closed.
Both hands on it. So their fingerprints should have been on
It
that
is
door.
possible for them to close it. They just need to work at.
The children's fingerprints should have been, dead quiet, his choice of words, and then killed the kids and stuff like that. It's just disgusting, right? I thought of someone choosing to sit on that bed. Yes. And I thought that was weird when he said the investigators came in here and sat on the bed to listen to who closed the door. What? That's crazy. Put some butter on the door. Yeah. That door is on the same side. The same freaking side that their bedroom is on. Of course, it's exactly. It's gonna vibrate and move that whole damn trailer around. It weighs a lot. Even the interview woman, yeah, Allie is her name. Absolutely, she could hardly open it. Exactly. So you know, bullshit. I bet they made the investigator, hey, come on, you gotta believe me. Come on, you gotta believe me. Come sit on the bed and listen. I bet they try to make Allie go sit on the bed too and listen. Who the hell would want to sit on that freaking bed? That's disgusting.
Closing it.
Now, so you wake up because there's been some time that you guys haven't heard the kids anymore, correct?
Where is it at?
I woke up when Malaya woke me up. I'm pretty sure it was her who woke me up because we both kind of like woke up at the same time.
Mhm.
And I remember her saying, as it says in the documents, she said, I don't hear them. But the craziest thing was
He
when
deflected
I
there.
woke up, it was in the first 5 seconds that she said,
5 seconds.
I don't hear them.
You were woke up.
And
before.
usually you would have to wait a couple you know what I mean? Or like 30 seconds or something like that, because it could be in the fridge, because that's usually what everything goes quiet when they're, grabbing food or
Wait a
doing
minute.
something, right?
Wait a minute. They could be in the fridge grabbing food. But wait a minute. You said that you already heard them out in the kitchen. Think about it. Why would they be grabbing food again if they were already heard in the kitchen? All right, Joyce, thank you. Thank you so much for being in here, hanging out with us. I'm getting ready to do the Summer Wells live here in a few. But I want you to think about that for a minute. So Mr. Maftel was asleep, guys, like a little baby. And he says that he witnessed Meadow in bed with Malaya. He also said that he witnessed Lily coming in out of the room and he shushed her all while being asleep. And then he said that Lily said, hi, Daddy, or hi, Dad, all while being asleep. He also said that he heard the kids out in the kitchen rustling around, but nothing was moved, right? Now he's saying after Malaya wakes him up again, or wakes him up, right? Wakes him up permanently now, says, do you hear the kids? And he's like, well, let me wait a minute to see if they're in the kitchen getting more food. Why would they be getting more food if they already got their food? Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah, you see what I'm saying, guys? So, yeah, and their fridge is locked on top of that. How and why? Like, that makes no sense. He heard them earlier rustling around 8:30 is when they said, I think, right? 8:28, 8:30. And we know Malaya was awake because she dialed mom. She called mom at 8:28. Daniel said he heard the kids rustling around, but yet he's asleep. So how the hell is he hearing the kids rustle around, right? In the kitchen. Because he says they're usually getting food and drink and snacks. But now he says he's going to listen for them again in the kitchen to see if they're getting snacks and stuff. Why the hell? I mean, I guess you can go back in the kitchen and grab snacks, but if they already got their stuff, usually kids go and grab all their stuff and they sit down and watch TV, right? That's just, yeah, that doesn't make sense to me.
And so she wakes you up. Would you have
Well, I
noticed?
think she woke me up, right? We kind of woke up at the same time, but I really don't know.
Would you have noticed if she got out of bed?
No, I would have been sleeping.
So he
I would
wouldn't
have been
notice her
sleeping. I
getting
didn't even know she called the kids in.
She didn't call. She used an app. And how the hell? So you can notice Lily open the door, right? You noticed that Meadow was in bed with her, but you wouldn't notice if she got in and out of bed? That makes no flipping sense. She even called her mom.
Absent until I got the email on my phone.
Yeah.
Well,
crazy.
I mean, you woke up when Lily popped her head in, right?
There
So
you go.
were
He
Yes,
tried to
yes, I
catch
did.
down.
Because there's a lock on the door, right?
Lock them.
Yeah.
And I heard like the lock rattle.
Ridiculous.
So do you think though that in the time that Lily popped her head in, and that woke you up, it alerted you a little bit, and the time that you fully woke up, do you think you would have been able to tell? So would you have the ability to tell whether or not Malaya got out of bed?
I don't know. Do you want to say that over again for me so I get the? I was just
Yeah.
plugging in my phone, so I didn't hear you
Well,
correctly.
you're taking a
No problem.
off your
So
pipe.
if you're already have been woken up, you know, Lily's popping in, so you've already woken up to a certain extent, maybe not fully awakened, but you've woken up to the point where you've acknowledged that the child has come in and out. Do you think in that moment, maybe not earlier, maybe not early in the morning, but from the moment that you were awoken from the time that Lily popped her head in to the time that you were fully awake, do you think that Malaya could have gotten out of bed without you noticing?
He's trying to.
I think she could
Is it time?
have, but you have to remember too, the baby was laying on her arm as well.
She was able to get her
Oh.
phone and freaking.
Like the baby was
Call her
sleeping on
mom.
top of her right arm.
So it's unlikely that she got out of bed.
Why is it talk about
It
Malaya
is,
and her
I mean,
arm
it's
and-
unlikely, but it is possible. I mean, anything's possible, but
Hey,
I think Meadow may have woke.
hey, what hip was Malaya holding Meadow on when she was standing in front of Janie's camper? Do you guys remember? Jane, I'm looking for it in here. It must be. I know she posted it in here. It's okay. I'm looking for it. Let's see if she can post it again, and then I'll pin it at the top for you. I know that she said right hip. Thank you, Jen. Thank you. Right hip, right arm. Right? And I don't know why, you guys, maybe I'm just a weirdo, but when I think of their bedroom, I can thank you. You guys are awesome. Right hip, right arm. What the freaking hell is up with this right arm, right hip? Can you tell me how she had Meadow on her right hip and actually using her right phone? Well, that was, yeah. Well, that's when she was standing on the driveway. She had Meadow, yeah, on her right hip. And I guess maybe texting like that. I don't know. That's weird. Or holding your baby, right? Like this. And then, yeah, that would be kind of difficult, right? Or using one finger. So it would be hard to text. I mean, you could text with one hand, but it's pretty difficult, right? If you're holding the baby on your hip, how are you going to be texting? Because he said she was texting and calling at one point. But the thing is, they always point out right hip, right arm. And when I look at, that's weird. I thought somebody was coming in here. When I picture their bedroom, I don't know why, you guys. I picture their bed against the wall, the doors in front. I don't know why. I've never seen their bedroom before. The doors right in front. Here's their bed, right? And Daniel lays on this side. Malaya lays on this side. So Daniel's the closest to the window. And Malaya is the closest to the kids' room. Because wouldn't you think that Malaya would lay on this side, the closest to where the door is to get to the hallway, to get to Jack and Lilly? Wouldn't you think that? And then have the crib right there? Do you think? Left-handed maybe? Yeah. Adding unnecessary details gives you more. Yeah. I text with one hand. I can't really. Look how big my phone is. It's huge, right? It's a bit, I can a little bit because I have the swipe option on there. So I try to use voice to text, and oh my God, some of the words come out really stupid. We need 3 arms as moms. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. I'm just going to play a little bit more of this. I've been wanting to do this interview and for a long time. because there's a lot of stuff in here that he really like. You have the 13 mini. Yeah, that's easier when you have a smaller phone. I have the 12 Max Pro or whatever. It's like a freaking monster.
Be woken up when she's actually moving.
Oh. Oh no.
But it
So-
is possible, Daniel. I mean, anything's possible. This case is just an absolute
Deflection
circus,
right
so
there.
Anything's
Yeah.
possible.
Deflection.
And so, so she wakes up, you wake up. What's the first thing that you do?
First thing I do when I wake up is, I mean, Malaya's right beside me, and she says, "You like hear the kids?" And then I listen for a few seconds. I said, "No, I don't hear them." So first thing I do is when I don't hear them, I get up and I,
But you did hear them.
get dressed, and
Get
me and
dressed.
her make our way out to the kitchen.
Mhm.
And this thing I still find odd to this day. I told investigators this is Malaya didn't look in Jack and Lily's room when we went up, when we walked to the kitchen, right?
Okay.
So I found that odd because we both walked up together up the hallway to the kitchen. And then I poked my head I looked into the living room, didn't see the kids. I ran back to the room, looked underneath their beds and stuff, didn't see them. So then we made our way outside, right? Malaya stood in the kitchen when I was running like a moron through the house looking for the kids. And we made our way outside. We got through the fence, and then we're standing right in front of Mom's RV. And she asked me, "Should I call 911?" Right? That's kind of instinctual. You want to do that, right?
Watch this.
Right.
Because we don't hear them out in the yard. We never seen them in the house. We don't see them in the backyard.
Slow this down.
I didn't know if Mom was even home or not, right? Because I thought she might have went with.
Mhm.
So she's on the phone with 911. I run up into the woods where the cabins are. And look in the cabins, look around the area, didn't see them. I'm screaming, yelling, Lilly and Jack, Lilly and Jack, Lilly and Jack. And then I make my way down. There's a hill behind Mom's RV. I make my way down,
Hill.
and Malaya's standing there. I'm not sure if she's still on the phone with 911. She might have been on speakerphone.
Text.
Kind of looks like she was messaging,
There you go.
but she might have been on speakerphone with the this dispatch. And so I say, I'm jumping in the car. So I ran inside. I tried to go into the front door. Door's locked. Ran through the back door, the back sliding door, got into the house, grabbed the keys
There you go.
off the end table. Because there was two sets of keys, right?
That's the keys.
And I didn't take my phone. Well, I don't remember taking my phone. Because there's no service out there anyway, not like I can use it. So
How do you know there's no service?
I left my phone
Where
on the
Jack and
end
Lilly are.
table. I'm pretty sure I left it on the end table. Investigators would know that for 100%.
I
So
was trying to catch anything he was trying to say because he's going to talk about that car. I know I slow it down because that area, right? What he's explaining, he said this 3 different versions of it, right? Not even versions. It's 3 different stories, right? And they're all different. So you have an instance where he goes and takes the vehicle, then he parks it. Now, remember, Durwood said that Daniel took his truck or his van. Do you remember that version? Do you remember where Durwood says he took his truck or van to go search for Jack and Lilly? Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's always reaching for his phone. Exactly. I got to do my other live here in a minute. Do you remember Durwood saying that? Daniel, remember, remember he searched 2 different times. He went up in the woods towards the kids. They have little cabins up in the woods, right? And then Durwood said he took his van or truck, right? And he went to search for Jack and Lilly. But Daniel has it where he took Malaya's vehicle, right? And he says everything but the VIN number and goes and searches the culverts. He searches the ditches, the waterways, the ocean, the sky. He says by the time that he gets back, right, RCMP are already like running up to Malaya, right? So he said it was like 12 minutes before he knew Malaya's timeline when she called at 10:01. So from 10:01 to 10:27, right? That's 26 minutes. He was gone for 26 minutes, it seems like, right? Or 20. He said she was still on the phone with 911. So I'm guessing maybe because she called when he went up in the woods. So that was at 10:01. So, and he said he went all the way around. So say that's a couple minutes, right? So about 10:05 to 10:10, he gets his stuff and goes searching. He leaves his phone at home. And he says he goes down a Landsdowne road and comes back right when the RCMP got there. So he parks his car there. And remember Janie? Janie said that when she was walking back on the 289, she could hear the sirens. She said, the sirens. I can hear the sirens. So Janie was actually back after Daniel, if you think about it. Janie was back after Daniel. The actual cabins, the Fir Branch Fort or the treehouse. Yeah, exactly. Well, I think he was talking about the little, not the actual cabin. Yeah, I know. I thought at first there was there is an actual cabin. Because I'm like, why is he calling a fort a cabin for when there is an actual cabin right next door? And that cabin actually has a camera and shit in it. Now it does. And a lock. Yep. Absolutely does. Hey guys, I'm getting ready to do the Summer Wells case. I've got like an interview that I want to go over on that case. If you guys want to join me over there, it's Super Dan. Where's Super Dan going now? I'm out running the helicopters. I can feel the rotors on my back. I gotta sing a song for Dan. I've asked Salty, I don't know, Salty, paging Salty, are you in here? Miss Salty, are you still in here, my dear? Supersonic Danny. Yeah, there you go. Supersonic. Thank you, Jay. Hello, my dear. I figured you were busy with the kiddos. Will you pretty please? I don't know if you saw my message. Will you post your book, dear, in the Facebook so I can pin it? Because I cannot find it because I can't find it in all the messages here. I've been looking, but like if you post it on top, I will pin it. So Miss Jane can find it. Thank you, my dear. Thank you. I appreciate you. I know you posted it before, but I can't find the stinking link in there. I want to pin it there. I want to pin it up there for everybody to see it. I should have done that in the first place. Running in water up to his waist. He could feel the rotors on his back. looking in the culverts with a flashlight with his phone. He left it on the table because he said he don't have service where Lilly and Jack are. And he wasn't even wet, according to the witnesses. And that's right, Kelly. Absolutely. Yes, I am going to switch to another live. I might move it up like another 5 minutes. That way I can use the potty. And the dog is trying to knock down the door. Right now I can hear her like pushing against the door because she's out there and I'm in here because I have the green screen up. I didn't want it to fall on me. Malaya left her ear bruised. DM hand. Yeah, it looked like it. This story is giving a few. Yeah, this story is nuts, right? Oh, thank you, Jane. Yeah, thank you guys. Members, you guys are great. I love hanging out with you. And my girlfriend, you guys all know who she is. She will be doing a members live here soon on this case with me, but we will be specifically doing a members live with her. Just FYI. Yeah. FYI. The more you watch these interviews, the more he drops. Yeah. And that's the thing, guys. Hi, Anastasia. Good to see you. That's the thing. The more you listen and watch, the more things you pick up. It's amazing. It's amazing. But yeah, I can't wait to have her in here. Grabbing food with the fridge child safety lock. Yeah, I know, right? Hi, Jasmine. I love that name, Jasmine. It's pretty. Oh, I didn't see this for some reason, but I want to say for some reason it came up in the other chat. Jasmine, thank you for becoming a new member here, my dear. It didn't show me in this chat, but it shows me here on the Summer Wells chat. I appreciate you being here and becoming a member of our family at Daphne's Case Files. And if you are not a part of our Facebook group, I'm going to post the link in here in just a minute. I also want to say my babies are my number one. Welcome to Daphne's Case Files. Thank you for becoming a member. And Miss Paige, thank you so much for becoming a member of Daphne's Case Files. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. This is our Facebook group here for Daphne's Case Files. If you have Facebook, go and join our group here. We would love to have you. Tina, I have been looking for like updates on that, but I haven't heard anything at all. Did I put the wrong link in here? Hold on one second. It's supposed to post the Facebook link. Let's see. Maybe I did it wrong. Darn it. Let me see. Maybe I got to do it like this. I've got these like codes in here that are supposed to do. Hey, girl. Hey, Patriot girl. Maybe because it's a members live, it won't let me post the Facebook group. Give me a second. I can do it like this, though. Invite. Share your group. Copy. Thank you, my baby's army. I appreciate you for being our group. If you're not in our group, that's what I was trying to say. Come and join. If I can actually, it's not allowing me to post it for some weird reason. Jeez. Why has everything got to be so difficult? Like I can't click on my video. Isn't that weird? Why is it doing that? Well, let me do it like that. Oh, that's the vertical one. Poop. I don't want the vertical one. Hold on. Geez. I'm just gonna post it to our members community thing here to join. So you guys can go join our Facebook if you haven't yet joined. I don't know why it wouldn't let me do that. Let me see here real quick. We can pick up if you guys want. I was going to clip certain things out of it, but it's just a lot. Yes, it's Daphne's Case Files on Facebook. I'm posting. I don't know why it doesn't. Yeah. Here, we'll just put that. Daphne's Case Files on Facebook. Case Files. I don't know why my little links aren't working. That's weird. There we go. Hi, Krista. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, I better get my butt off here. My other live starts at 6:05. I'm probably gonna move it to 6:15 just to give myself a minute to use the potty and all that. Yeah, I know the vertical is just weird, right? It's like it lets me go to the vertical to post the Facebook link, but it won't let me go to the actual horizontal where everybody else is in. It's crazy. Yeah. I'm going to post it in the community post so you guys can go over there and just nab it. So, and I can post it in the summer live because hopefully it'll let me since it's not a members. Good night, all. I love you all. Do you have a burner phone? No. We know Dan knows. Don't forget, Christmas Eve, we will be having our very own get together here. If you don't have family, if you're just hanging out at home alone, or if you want to join, come on over. We're having a little Christmas Eve party, and we'll be having a New Year's Eve party too. So, all right, I love you guys. Join me as I go over the Summer Wells interview with Mary and their Dawn Wells stepsisters talk out. We're going to go over that interview. So I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. You guys are amazing. Good night, Jane. Thank you so much, Lily. Thank you guys. I love you guys so much. Thank you. And we'll see you soon. Good night.